Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your sustainability specialist, our friend Phil Groupie.
Best intro yet.
You know,
You got it. You nailed it in one.
this time I remembered, and I was trying to do a little baseball style for you. So I
Oh,
just
I
found
like
out that you've
that.
been now batting number one, Phil Groupie.
Ooh, what's my walk-up song? I guess Baby Shark is it now.
Baby shark, That's pretty funny. Let's start here, Phil, first with the Recycle Day event is coming up April 13th.
It is our
So excited.
biennial Recycle Shred event. So we're going to have our municipal solid waste collector Pelletary is going to be up in the front lot, kind of near the community center, collecting confidential papers for shredding. So up to, I believe it's 3 paper grocery bag sized amounts of paper, you can bring those in. If it's just like magazines and scratch paper, go ahead and recycle that at home. But if it's anything like that might have confidential information in it, bills and the like, you can bring that in to have it shredded. And then we also contract with Resource Solutions, a company out of Madison that does electronics recycling, and they'll be set up down at the lower lot, sort of behind the police station. I don't remember everything off the top of my head, but they will collect a whole host of different sized electronics. You can check it out. Flyers have been mailed out to, I think they're mailing out flyers to all Fitchburg addresses. And there's information on our website too about what electronics are accepted and how much they cost. A few of them do cost money just because of the size or the complexity in recycling them. A lot of them are free. This year, for the first time, we will not have the med drop at the police station as part of this. Our police department no longer hosts a med drop, but the e-recycling and the paper shredding is still happening. This is Saturday, April 13th from 8 to 11 a.m.
Certainly is. It'll be right here at City Hall campus, and you're right, the flyer is online if you want to check that out. It has what can be recycled for free, what are some of those extra costs. Kind of looking at like the tube TVs, microwaves, things like that. But just
smaller things, laptops and batteries, and you got an old calculator. Those are all free.
Get an old calculator, give that to Phil.
Bring in your TI-84 and yeah.
Importantly enough, keeping recyclables out of landfills. I always ask you this question, but I think it's important to really understand why not to toss this just easily into your bin at home.
I hope my answers are relatively consistent from time to time that
We're
you
going to
ask.
check the tape.
Yeah,
so
I hope so.
Be careful.
So the biggest reasons, one is just keeping our landfills. We want to divert as much from landfills as possible. Anytime you just throw things away to a landfill, for us it's easy to think, well, it's away now, it's gone. Sorry, I think I just hit the microphone. It's away and it's gone. But it is taking up space, and the more you put into a landfill, the faster that fills up. You have to go get new ground to put more permanent disposal waste in. So we just want to divert as much from the landfill as possible. And that's why we have the reduce, reuse, recycle mantra. So that's a big one. It's just if it can be recycled, we really should try to recycle it if at all possible. For electronics, there are a lot of minerals that are mined from the earth to make these circuit boards and other electronic components possible. The more of those you can recycle, the less fresh virgin resources you need to mine. And so that's another, both just in terms of cost savings and efficiency, a number of products are cheaper to recycle than to mine fresh. I believe aluminum is one of those, not electronics, but aluminum is incredibly efficient to recycle. So just being able to reuse these resources rather than starting the kind of cradle to grave cycle again.
The things that are going in there, they're there forever.
Right.
And they can, we're not going to go down the landfill. What is a landfill? But ultimately that could get into groundwater. That could get into, it could. And that in itself is not so good.
But even if you avoid the coulds and just go with the absolutely definitely will, if you throw something into landfill, it just stays there. If you can reuse it, if you can recycle it, then you're getting more into what in environmental circles is called like a circular economy. Instead of cradle from the earth to grave into a landfill, you go cradle to cradle. You go back around and just kind of keep trying to cycle things through, and you're getting the same utility while using fewer resources, and that's efficient. It's good for your, our economy in general. It's good for the earth.
Is it a fair statement to say more things not, I'm not going to quiz you on this, but are more things able to be recycled now more than ever, just even outside the electronics world? And I know there's things that were and not, and now that, but ultimately, like, are we getting better at finding ways to reuse a lot of stuff? And
More things are able to be recycled. There's kind of a yes and no. I think that a lot more things are made with plastic now than used to be, and certain plastics can be recycled. We're having an increasingly difficult time recycling plastic in the last decade or so, since particularly China stopped accepting a lot of plastics from overseas for recycling, and they were kind of our major purchaser of plastics for recycling. So there are certain areas where we're actually recycling less than we used to. When everything was tin and aluminum and paper and cardboard, those materials are more recyclable. We are probably better at recycling things now than we used to be. There are more locations now for recycling aluminum and tin and paper than there were 40 years ago. And so there's kind of that mix. I think more things are probably made out of single-use disposable stuff than a century back, but we're better at recycling what can be. And so there's a little bit of a yes and no with that.
No, I think it's a cool question. Kind of get wrap your head around,
Yeah.
you know, again, importance of recycling and where we've gone and where we still are going to be going. So a lot to come, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to have a waterway cleanup this past weekend, and that got moved because we got snow.
We got snow, and quite a bit of it. I know, was it Tuesday night into Wednesday? Monday into Tuesday, whichever night it was, I was looking at the forecast, and they said up to like 14 inches over the next 24 hours, and we got like 4. So fortunately, we didn't all get snowed in, but still a good amount of snow. We figured people might not want to show up to clean up waterways if they're all snowways. So we've moved the waterway cleanup to Saturday, April 20th. That'll be at 9 o'clock. Again, there's information on the website. There are several different locations around the city where city staff and members of the Resource Conservation Commission are going to be leading teams, just going picking up trashes to keep litter out of these waterways and keep our water cleaner, just keep our general environment cleaner.
My thought was, after all this rain and stuff, like, a lot of stuff probably got moved. So there could be either a lot that was there and now is gone and moved to another spot,
Or a lot that washed right in.
or
It
we've
might be a little bit of both.
So
Little
I'm
column A,
hoping
little
that
column B.
ultimately this is working out better for a lot of reasons, but nevertheless, they'll be held on the 20th there. You've got a conservation fair to tell us about. A very interesting one coming up.
So this is not in Fitchburg. This is in Elver Park, but the Wisconsin Eco-Latinos are hosting a bilingual environmental conservation fair on Earth Day on April 20th at Elver Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is just going to be, Environmental Conservation Fair, El Dia de la Tierra. It's a family event. There's information on wisconsinecolatinos.org. And they're going to have several different partner organizations who will have tables. There will be interactive things for adults and kids, ideas for cutting pollution and carbon emissions, ways to be more efficient. They will have free electronics recycling as well. I think especially for folks who are living kind of in northwest Fitchburg, Elver Park's a little bit closer to you. Just looks like a really, really fantastic event. And certainly, you know, it being a lot of things that are in this vein tend to be not bilingual. The fact that this is bilingual, we have a pretty sizable Spanish-speaking population in Fitchburg. I think this is just a really, really cool opportunity for anybody who's able to get to Elver Park on the 20th to go check it out. I don't know that I'll be free, but if I am, I will certainly be there.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for sharing. It's not that far away from
It's really
Fitchburg,
not.
So,
It's not.
Glad it's in our backyard, so to speak.
Yep.
And then finally wanted to get to some of the Earth Day events coming up. We do have some tree planting events on April 12th and the 27th. Just in general, we try to plant different things all year long, but Anna and the team does a great job of...
Yep. The city's forester and... what's her exact title? Forester and urban forester and naturalist. Anna Healy is going to be leading a couple of tree planting events with a couple of local groups. I think some Sierra Club affiliates are going to be joining as well. But on the 12th, and that should be a Friday if I'm doing my math right, Friday the 12th at McGaw Park and Saturday the 27th at Rose Commons Park. I don't know all the full details on those. That's something to check out online, though.
Yeah, we'll keep sharing. Keep sharing.
Yeah.
Finally, want to put in a plug for the Green Newsletter. You put that out bi-monthly,
Roughly
I believe.
bi-monthly.
But if people want to sign up to kind of, because you can get some more information of some of the stuff we talk about here, but just other articles and whatnot. So
Yeah, so put out a Green e-newsletter every other month or so through the city's Notify Me channel. So if you go to Fitchburg's website, fitchburgwi.gov, click on the Notify Me link resource, and you can sign up for. There's a whole bunch of different alerts you can get, stuff on from public safety tips. You can get city hall events and community events, community center, public works, things about road construction. But there's also one for Green Fitchburg, I believe is the title. And if you subscribe to the Green Fitchburg Notify Me, there are a few other things that pop up there occasionally, but it's mostly just the Green e-newsletter.
I think it's good. It's good. I check it out, and we share some of that stuff out during our daily newscast. So put the plug in with the guy who makes it.
Yeah, that's me. One more thing. This isn't for Earth Month, but coming up shortly thereafter is in May. We're going to be promoting Lomo May again. We'll talk about that more coming into the May talk in Fitchburg. But I'll start putting out a sign up for that in the coming days. So if people want to check that out, think about. We're kind of rebranding from No Mo May to Low Mo May this year. Kind of try to make it feel a little bit more accessible, and accurately descriptive. I think a lot of people decreased their mowing last May, didn't cut it out entirely, and wondered, "Oh, am I doing it wrong?" No, absolutely not. There's a lot of good ways to participate. So look for that coming in May to help our little pollinator and other invertebrate pals.
Fantastic. Well, we'll make sure to watch for that, and you can watch for the Green Newsletter. As I said, get signed up at the website, fitchburgwi.gov. Notify Me box right there on the homepage. You can click on that and stay up to date on everything Fitchburg. Phil, thank
Jeremy,
you.
thanks again.
He hit this one out of the park.